Hey, my name's Robin. Welcome to this presentation. We're just going to give it a couple minutes here for people to be jumping in. All right, amazing. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Gail. Jump into the chat and let us know where you're coming in from. Want to know if you're an affiliate, if you're a guest, let us know. Introduce yourself in the chat. Would love to hear where you're coming in from. Hey, Brand, nice to see you. We live, my wife and I, you're going to introduce in a second. We both live in North Vancouver, Canada. We're about 2 hours south of Seattle. We live on the Pacific Ocean and up a mountain. That was a lot. I just basically told you exactly where we live. Pretty funny. Hey, everyone. Okay, awesome. Yeah, let us know where you're coming in from. New affiliate. Awesome, Martha. That's amazing. Okay, Melinda, amazing from Knoxville. Heather, hey, nice to see you. Michelle from Colorado. Okay, great. Keep letting us know. Now, if you're a guest, please let us know that you are a guest. We want to make sure that we love on you, we take care of you. And if you, whoever it is that invited you to this presentation, please reach out to them. Let them know you're here so that they can absolutely be here with you. And you're going to have some amazing questions that are going to pop up, probably questions you never even thought you'd have asking. And can you make sure that you reach out to the person who invited you so that you can get those taken care of? Awesome. Okay. Yep. Wicked. Everybody's coming in. Okay, cool. From Michigan, California, guest of Ashley. Amazing. That's so great. Thank you. Someone from Virginia, Idaho. Angie. Yeah. Hey, Angie. Nice to see you. Okay. Look, I'm just going to throw out some big promises right out of the gate. What I'm about to share with you, if you this is your very first time on this presentation, I'm going to blow you away. Okay, what I'm about to share with you is going to be truly revolutionary. Now, if you've been on one of these presentations, I'm still going to shock you with what I'm going to share with you at the end. So don't go anywhere, okay? We're going to be together for about 40 minutes. I'm going to work through this fast. I'm going to share a bunch of information, but basically, we're going to unlock the secrets of health with technology you won't find anywhere else. I should have underlined that last word, guaranteed. I can promise you what I'm about to share with you, you will not find anywhere else in the world, exclusive only to us. But what I'm about to share with you is the world's first and only solution that makes reversing aging simple. Now, look, we could stop right there. We could walk away and this presentation would be done because that is primarily what so many of us want to have happen. We want to be able to have a time that we once knew where we had more energy, more vitality, where we slept better, where we could eat anything we wanted, where we weren't plagued by the things that come along with aging. But something no one else has had and no one else will. If you're looking for better and faster results with the confidence that you're doing everything possible to stay youthful and healthy, this presentation for you. Here's what I know about you is that it's likely you're already doing a lot or you wish you could do more. But there's so many circumstances happening in your life that aren't allowing you to be able to tap into that best version of yourself. And you're kind of just wishing there was something that could actually make that happen. Now, I'm going to promise you a couple things. I'm not going to ask you to do any crazy diets. I'm not going to ask you to go get a trainer and do any crazy workouts. I'm not going to ask you to do anything traditional that you've ever done before. We're not going to play the old game. We're going to move into the future. Are you ready? Well, here we go. This is a little bit me. This is myself and my beautiful wife, Sarah Lovely. We've been together for 15 years. These are our crazy 3 kids. Look at them. They're crazy. All 3 of them are so radically different, and they are a hoot, and they make life that much more enjoyable to be with. These are our 4 little fur babies that run around everywhere throughout our house. Love them to pieces. We have a 3-legged cockapoo. She is the love of my life. Don't tell Sarah. Anyhow, this is our family. Want to introduce you to it. But here we go. Okay. We have 3 acts we're going to move through. Here is act 1, the struggle. Okay. This is me 15 years ago. I'm 45, but 15 years ago at the age of 30, this was me. Now they say that a picture has 1,000 words, but that's from the outlook, right? The person looking at the image. But the person who had the image taken about them could have 1,000 emotions. And at that time, I was depressed. I was exhausted in this photo. I was constantly worried about my life. I felt uncomfortable in my body and in my mind. I was incredibly frustrated with everything that was happening. Nothing was ever seeming to get any easier or simpler or moving in any which way that I wanted for myself. And because of all these things, I was incredibly drained. Now, the reason that I tell you all that stuff is because there was a situation that happened in my life that started me on this journey to figure some things out for myself. I needed to become the CEO of my own health, of my own body. There's a saying, if you don't take care of your body, where are you going to live? And when I heard that, I knew that I needed to get on this course and go and figure some things out. And this is what I first learned. I learned that we technically live in when we think about our age, our life, and the time that we're here, we think about the lifespan that we're here with, right? What happens is that we peak at about 25 or 30 years of age. This is when we are at our absolute optimal. And then we do this gradual drop. So we think about it and we drop. And we know we think this way because when age starts to happen, or we look in the mirror, or we feel different, we get told these are just the symptoms of aging. The symptoms of aging. That word is very important. And this is the thing that we've just taken for granted, right? So what do? We do everything preventative to prevent looking old by Botox and filler, to prevent feeling old by taking all these additional supplements. But when we're living in a preventative world, the fact is that we're not actually slowing down or reducing or reversing our age. But here's how we're actually supposed to live. We're supposed to peak at about 25 or 30 years of age and have a health span, not a lifespan. And a health span is you peak at 25 or 30 and then you maintain. You maintain your health, you maintain your vitality, you maintain that glow, you maintain your metabolism, you maintain how you feel, how you sleep, you maintain you as an optimal human being. But we don't live this way anymore. We used to, but we just don't do that anymore. And the reason we're not doing that is because we're aging faster and faster because of a few select things that are happening now at such great levels that have never happened in human history. And the first one is that we are bombarded in our body and our mind with toxins everywhere. You know, there are filters you can get so that you're not drinking pharmaceutical chemicals that are in all of our water. The toxins in our environment, the toxins in our food, the toxins in our light, this is raging havoc inside our body. Secondly, is that the food that we're eating these days, one, we're so busy, it's very challenging for many of us to be able to eat well. The cost of food is higher than it's ever been to be able to eat well. And we don't really have the time for many of us to actually sit down and eat 3 nutritious meals. Also, we're incredibly stressed. We're pushed and pulled. We're prodded. We're moving in more directions than ever. We're taking care of more people, and very seldom do we ever have time to take care of ourselves, which in turn means that we're not sleeping as well we could, as deeply as we could. We're not getting as rest as we possibly can. And so what's happening? We're waking up feeling exhausted. And because of all these things, probably one of the most important things we can do is exercise. So when we're not doing all of these things, our body is radically aging faster. Now, how do I know this? Because here's the thing. As we age, our cells make photocopies of ourselves. You see, we have about 37 trillion cells in our body, and each one of them is like a little version of ourselves. Put them all together, and we get me. But here's the thing that happens, is that over periods of time and in our body, it happens in different times. So let me give you an example. Your gut. The cells duplicate and turn over every single day. But just like a photocopy, if you took an image of something and you put it in a photocopier, you made a copy, you took the original, you threw it in the garbage, and now you had a photocopy. But then you put on that photocopy, you smudged, with a Jiffy marker on there, and you made a photocopy of that photocopy. Now you have a damaged photocopy. But you keep photocopying damage after damage after damage. And because of that, all the stuff I mentioned before, you're damaging the photocopies of your cells as you're getting older. And this is why we're aging faster than we've ever aged before. But I learned at the same time that even though these things were happening, and a big reason why I was feeling so stuck when I was doing it, and why I noticed so many other people were as well, I understood that our body had a built-in mechanism. Kind of think of it as like we had a built-in way that we had a fountain of youth built into our genetic code that allowed us to repair our body. It's kind of like if you've ever had a digital device of anything, of any sort, and you have an issue and you end up spending an hour or 2 hours on hold with tech service, and they finally ask you the one question when you finally have sat there missing opportunities throughout your day: did you turn your device off? And you're like, no. They're like, turn it off and turn it back on. And you do. And you feel so silly if this has ever happened because it fixed the issue. You see, what happens is if the circumstance allows for the situation to arise, then you get the end result. And what we have within our body is that end result of repair. But the only way to make that happen is a set things that I'm going to share with you. But here are the two things that you're going to get by doing this. First of all, there's one key algorithm in your body that kicks in called autophagy. See, remember how I was telling you how we're making photocopies of photocopies of photocopies, and it's damage upon damage upon damage? Well, when we peak at about the age of 25 or 30, we're losing these specialized tools inside our body to actually go in and repair the damage. So if we're constantly just having more damage upon damage upon damage, it just makes sense that we're aging faster. So if we never get into autophagy, right, I'm going to show you what this means in a second, we have to get into autophagy to repair the cell, okay? The second thing we need to get into is called apoptosis. Apoptosis is where all the damage, the remnants, the dead cells, the garbage left over after all the repairs that are done, all that has to get rid of the body. And here's the thing, it's like the garbage man going on strike. If the garbage is just going to collect and collect and collect, and it's just going to become gross. And what happens when you have too much garbage in your body? We become inflammatory beings. And this is a major thing. I really want you to understand something. If there was one thing that you take away from this whole presentation, just for you and your human existence, is we must get rid of inflammation in our bodies. Inflammation is the silent killer leading to so many diseases. It is an epidemic, truly, because of the way that we are living. And here's the thing, you don't know. You don't know how much inflammation is in your body until you hear things that you never wished you would ever hear. And that is the end result. And that is when most people find out that they are incredibly inflamed. Inflammation is like a fire in your body. And when fire touches something, it destroys it. So I'm looking at these two things and I'm thinking to myself, holy smokes, this is crazy. I have this built-in algorithm, and it's so important to be able to fix my cells so that I'm not aging as fast, right? So I'm not dealing with inflammation and I'm not breaking down my body because of outside circumstances. So how do we get into these two states? Well, here's what I learned. One, you cannot eat a sugar carbohydrate-based diet. I was like, oh, well, there's problem number one. Can't do that. Two, if you can follow a ketogenic based diet consistently, you're going to have much better opportunity to be able to do this while you're sleeping. And I'm like, oh my gosh, ketogenic diet, even crazy. I even became a keto coach. I was so driven to make this happen. You also have to make sure that you get a minimum of 8 hours sleep. Now, I know that there are people that say I can get less, but I'm going to tell you, when it comes to getting rid of toxins in the brain and in the body, you need a minimum of 8 hours sleep to be able to make that happen. You can't be bombarded with toxins inside of your body. You have to get rid of toxins. And you have to, these two are my favorite. You have to eat a minimum, you have to fast a minimum of 22 to 23 hours a day to kickstart your body into autophagy and apoptosis. And if you exercise a minimum of 45 minutes at high intensity, high peak heart rate, then you'll be able to kick into it for every minute that you're actually exercising after that. Now, I don't know about you, but that would leave most people incredibly drained and feeling like that is never going to happen. But imagine receiving 10 times the results you're already receiving now just from the things that you're doing in your lifestyle without adding another demanding task to your day. Because isn't that what we're always doing? We're always feeling like in order to get better, we have to do more, and we're already as exhausted as is. The efforts you've made so far have only slowed things down, prevented things. But now that changes. Now what I'm about to share with you is about to change. Now, if you just learned something about you and your body, I just want you to type a number 1 in the comments here. I want to see a bunch of this. Type a number 1 in the comments if you just learned a lot about yourself and maybe why it is that you've been struggling for so long, not getting the results that you need. Look at all these ones. Look at what we all have in common. We all right now on this Zoom call, on this webinar, we are all unified in sharing in one common thing. We're tired of the struggle. We know there's something else out there and we're tired of it. So here we go. You ready? The solution. Act 2. Now, here's the thing. Before I get into what the solution is, I need you to understand something. The health and wellness industry in the world, the beauty industry in the world is a $180 billion industry. The reason I'm telling you that is because where demand is, money goes. Simple as that. Where demand is, business follows. And with $180 billion happening every single year in the beauty and health industry, it tells you how demanding people want. People want better and want to have the aspects of beauty. But what I'm going to share with you is not in the preventative world that so much of this has happened in. We're going to pivot and do something that's never happened before. And how this journey began for me was about 5 years ago, I came across this book. Now, we all know who this individual is, but I came across this book and there was a chapter in this book that blew my mind. The chapter in this book was all about how to reverse aging by this individual, Dr. David Sinclair from Harvard. Listen to this. He argues that aging is not an inevitable process, but a condition that can be slowed, halted, and even reversed. Now, let me tell you something about this. We have a chronological age of our body. That is how we look, right? This is the time frame by which we be here. We are X age. I am this old. That's our chronological age. But we also have a biological age. Now, here's the thing about a biological age. This is our DNA age, how old we are on a cellular level. Most people, and I'm sorry to say this, their biological age is past their chronological age. People who are 60 biologically could be 70 or 75. Everybody's on a different timeline as to how fast they're actually aging. Your age that is on your birthday cake is irrelevant to the age that you could be. His age biologically is 20 years younger. In this image here, he's 55. But on a cellular level, he is 35 years old and even getting younger every single year because of a couple practices. But the one I'm going to share with you here is the #1 research practice in all of pharmaceutical, in all clinical trials about the #1 way to not prevent, slow down, but reverse aging. So listen to this.
The people that I know that look freakishly and unusually young for their age. I cannot get over how many of them have told me that I'm on NAD, shockingly looking young people, mainly people in their 50s that look like they could be in their 30s or early 40s to me.
Now, the reason why I shared that with you is because our physical representation on the outside can radically dictate the representation of us on the inside. So if we're looking sickly, if we're not looking healthy, it is going to dramatically show us on the inside our biological age. You see, as we're aging, we can dramatically use the biggest organ of our body, our skin, to determine and dictate how unhealthy we are on the inside. Listen to this one.
So let's explain NMN for people.
Okay.
It's a precursor for NAD+.
Right. So NAD is critical to energy production in all cells, vital, and levels of NAD tend to go down as we age.
Okay, the reason I shared that with you is because NAD is this life force in your body. Do you recall I said to you that at about 25 or 30 years of age, we actually peak at our energy within our body? Think of the energy as like the force, you know, like Star Wars, the force, this force that's within all of us. We have this superpower force within us called NAD, and we're born with it, but at about 25 or 30, this is why we go and do the hump and we have a lifespan, is that it's not supposed to drop like it used to. And now we're peaking at 25 or 30 with this fuel source in our body called NAD. And if you go on social media and you type in NAD, you're going to see that people are talking about this. What was once kind of held behind doors and most people didn't get the opportunity to know about this, now it's coming out and it's all over the place. We're understanding top athletes in the world use NAD to get the fuel source back in their body. You know, Hollywood's using it to get the fuel source for beauty back into their body. The elite and the wealthy have the opportunity and have had the opportunity to be able to use this in their body. And now it's becoming out. And now all of us have the opportunity to be able to get this. Now, I went down the deep dive of NAD. I went and researched, and I'm going to share with you something that when I learned about this, it changed the game from NAD to something even more powerful. But here's the thing, is that if you go into PubMed, where it's public journals, you'll find there's 72,386 and even growing clinical trials that have been done on the power of NAD and making you be the better version of you. All the things that you want to have better in your life, NAD, having this fuel source happen again in your body, is the key to longevity, the fountain of youth. We have found it in the last few years of what this actually is. So what do most people do? Most people go and get these really expensive IV therapy drips of NAD, and they're really, really expensive. But I'm about to burst your bubble. If you're thinking to yourself, we're going to move forward and get some NAD, I'm sorry, we are not. If you're thinking I'm going to go get some IV therapy, I'm going to tell you, don't waste your money. If you're already doing this, I'm going to offer you an alternative. You see, just taking NAD is like feeling really exhausted and you go get a really strong cup of coffee. You're going to feel really good for a short period of time, but then what's going to happen is that because we didn't fix the issue as to why you were tired, as the caffeine comes down, you're going to feel tired again. This is what happens when you just supplement back into your body NAD. We don't want to just put NAD back into your body. What if we could do something totally different? What if I could prepare you for a superior solution that is so radically different? If you're ready, I want you to type a number 2 in the comments here. Put a number 2 in the comments. I want to see if you're ready. I'm literally not going to move forward for this solution until I'm going to take a drink of water here. Okay, we got ready. We got a whole bunch of 2s there from Carolyn. I love it. Okay, are you ready? I'm getting that you're ready. We've got a whole bunch of 2s. Now, remember, if you are a guest here, please make sure you reach out to the person who invited you here, because I want to make sure that you are one of the first people to be able to have this in your hands in the world. Okay, here we go. NMNH. Let me explain this. There's a couple things. NMNH makes NAD. Why would you get NAD when you could have something that's going to make it in your body? Not only make it in your body, but 10 times more powerfully in your body than anything else in the world. This helps with all sorts of areas. If you have anxiety, if you're stressed, this is going to radically help. If your metabolism is slow, if you have issues with sleeping, this is going to dramatically help. If you want to focus on a health span, this is going to dramatically help. Now, here's the thing. This mimics autophagy and apoptosis. Remember how I told you those are the fountains of youth? If you can fix the cell from being duplicated from a damaged state and you can get rid of all the inflammation in your body can thrive again. NMNH will mimic both of these. It's 10 times more powerful than just taking NAD alone, and it's going to make it in your body. Next, Deazoflavin. Look, again, we're going to mimic autophagy and apoptosis. We don't have to do all the hard work again. I made you a promise. I'm not going to ask you to do any of the things that you've normally done to be able to reach all the benefits. I'm not going to ask you to go eat some crazy diet or go on some exercise regime or do anything more than you're already doing and demanding of you. You're going to get results without doing anything. This product here, Deazoflavin, this is going to boost. Check this out. This is going to boost the power of NMNH up to 10 more times, so that now you're at like 200% the power to make NAD in your body, okay? That fuel source, that Jedi life force. But here's a kicker. This ingredient is exclusive only to us. You will never find this anywhere else in any other product. Let's do it again to another exclusive product you'll never find anywhere else. Again, we're going to mimic autophagy. We're going to mimic apoptosis. But here's the thing. Remember how I told you we have to go in there and we have to fix the damage? Well, you need to have specialized workers with specialized tools to be able to go and fix that damage. Here's the thing that happens with aging is as we have damaged cells, we fracture the DNA. And it's a big reason why we age so fast is that when we have a lack of proper communication in our body, we can't actually age gracefully and properly and slowly when the DNA is broken. So what happens is AC-11 is going to go in there with specialized tools and fix the DNA. Let's make it even better for you. Ergothioneine, this is again an exclusive product only available in this product that is coming out. And here's what this is going to do. This is going to upgrade the DNA within your cells. It is going to make your cell more intelligent. It's going to allow for things to happen even quicker, for you to get results so much better. Now, before I give you the fifth one, I just want you to drop a number 3 in the comments here if what I've told you so far feels just so much more powerful than just taking NAD. Why just put a Band-Aid on an issue when we can resolve an issue? We can resolve an issue constantly and constantly and constantly. But let me give you the fifth ingredient because this one ties it all together. Are you ready? This is 11 harmonic frequencies. What this is going to do, and again, exclusive only to us. 11 harmonic frequencies like this. Imagine you go see an orchestra and there's no conductor. Nobody is being put into time. Nobody's making sure everybody's doing the job they're supposed to be doing while they're there. But if the conductor comes out, the conductor makes sure everybody's doing their job, overseeing, everybody's doing their job in tempo, everybody's in the right key. This is what putting 11 vibrational harmonies will in this product is going to make sure that AC-11's doing its job at its peak performance, NMN's doing its job, Deazoflavin and ergothioneine, all the ingredients are working at high peak levels at the way that they should. This is like the best babysitter you could ever have is the 11 harmonic frequencies in any of our products. So think of it like this. Let's say your cell is like an F1 racing car. Have you ever seen an F1 racing car come into the pit? Everybody works so well together that it's around 1.8 seconds that car comes in and that car leaves. Why? Because everybody is working so perfectly together. So think of it like this. NMN in your F1 racing car cell, remember you got 37 trillion of them, is like this hyper premium fuel, okay? AC-11, these are the special mechanics that are going to come to it and fix any of the problems incredibly efficient. Like these are the masters of their tools. Deazoflavin, this is like they're going to flip the switch to nitric oxide and give double the power. Ergothioneine, this is going to upgrade the computer chip in the engine of this car so it can absolutely outperform anybody. And the 11 harmonic frequencies is like the race engineers who sit there with the headphones on, with the computer, they're reading the dials, they're talking to the driver, they're making sure everything is working exactly as it should. This is what it is like to take a product that we have for you. So what does this all mean? This means that you get to turn back time. This means that all the struggle you've been dealing with and all the benefits that you've been wanting, waking up feeling energized, exercising at a level that you once knew that you could be, having you feeling like your actual guts working, your youthfulness is back, your glow is back, maybe being able to look in the mirror and loving who you are again instead of just reminiscing of a person or a time that you once were. This is what's going to be working on a cellular level. This is not preventative. This is reversal. So let's move on to Act 3, the support and the systems. We're going to pivot out of here, okay? Here we go. I want to be able to share with you why frequency charged nutrition is different. But before I do, again, if you're a guest, please reach back out to the person who invited you here and say, look, I just learned all about this new product that's coming on February 15th. I need to get on your VIP list. Get me on your VIP list. I want to be the first person to be able to get this in my hands when it launches. And why is this important? It's because we have such limited quantities. This first round is going to sell out faster than you think it is. It's going to be gone. If you hesitate, well, then you'll hesitate for a lot longer. I want you to have this. Get on the list with the person who invited you so that when it unveils on the 15th of February, you'll be able to hit the link, hit the purchase button, and know you've done the absolute best that you can for yourself when it comes to your well-being. I also invite you to think about those that you love, your parents, anybody that you love as well. Wish, hey, if I could help them, what could I do? Think about them as well. But let's talk about frequencies here for a second. Why frequency charged nutrition? What makes it really, really different? Well, here I'm going to share with you two products about what that is. You see, here's the thing about our bodies. Everything in the world vibrates. It's this beautiful conversation that more and more people are starting to have and start to understand. But here's the thing about our body is that we can actually measure frequencies within our body. Now think of it like this. If you're like here, your frequency is at this level, okay? You're feeling good today. You woke up, you're happy. There was hot water in the tank after your kids had a shower to go off to school. You know, you had an awesome cup of coffee. You caught the bus or traffic was really good going to work. You're humming along. You're feeling good, right? And then let's say you get to work and your boss says, hey, you're going to get a raise today. Oh my gosh, you're going to feel good, right? Your energy is going to go up. You're just going to feel good. And then let's say, something happens, you connect with a friend you haven't talked to in a long time, or you go on a really awesome date that night. Your energy is like really high. You're having a really, really great day. You're feeling it inside your body, right? We all know what feeling good feels like. But let's say that same scenario happens. You woke up in the morning, you immediately stubbed your toe, and you're like, and you can feel the drop, right? And then you go upstairs and you realize, oh my gosh, I ran out of coffee today. I can't have a cup of coffee before I go to work. And whatever it is, you start to get lower and lower. Let's say a couple of days later, you're still feeling that way. You get a cold, your energy goes down. What happens is that as our energy that we can measure in our body gets lower and lower, we become sicker and sicker, right? Even if we're not feeling well, it's kind of like a sickness. But once we get to an even lower level, which isn't that low, we can have the opportunity of hearing things from our doctor we wished we would never hear. And as we get closer to zero, our body will eventually turn off. So doesn't it make sense to raise our frequencies as high as we possibly can all the time? Well, this is where frequency charged nutrition comes in. You see, where there's an up and down all the time, depending on mood and situations and food and toxins and all these things, what if you could just top it up anytime you wanted? What if you could just take something and you'd increase the energy and the frequencies within your body? You can now, for the first time in the world, you can actually top up the frequencies in your body to help you feel much better and get you away from zero. Now, I'm going to introduce you to these two products. Rise was the very first product, a super high impact product, first in the world to do what it does. This has seven nootropic mushrooms in here that are going to basically be the master switch to your brain. Anything that's happening, you're going to feel better. All the things that happen in mood and cognition and energy throughout the day, you are going to have the best days of your life. I guarantee you, the percentage of people who have the most constructive and balanced feeling days happen in the first 30 minutes of their very first drink. Now let's look at source real quickly. Source, here's the thing. If we're spending all this time eating nutritious food, we're doing the best we can, and our guts aren't in check, we're full of inflammation, well, we can't absorb all that nutrition, so we have to get our gut in check. Next, we need to help be able to get rid of detoxify ourselves of all these toxins we've been talking about to give our body the best chance possible. We need to be able to make sure that all the food that we're eating that just doesn't have the nutrition in it anymore. I used to run an organic food company for 10 years. I knew all about this. Food just isn't food anymore. It's not the same. We need to supplement back in all those missing parts that our body needs. You see, so much of our problems that we suffer with these days are nutritional deficiencies. And here we're going to alkalize your water, meaning because we live such acidic lifestyles, we're going to help balance this out. What do these two products mean for you? It means an overall well-being, helping you be the best version of yourself. Match that with this new product, you're unstoppable. These two products, all of our products, are matched with 11 harmonic frequencies and is really what makes everything that we do different. Now, we're going to do another little pivot here, and then I'm going to let you go. But here's the thing. If you've heard anything that I've said, and in your mind, you've thought to yourself, man, my friend could use this. I know about 3 or 5 people that could actually use this. If you've thought that as well, if you have a loved one or parents, friends, anybody that you think, wow, this is exactly what my friend could use or a coworker can use, I invite you to really listen closely from what I'm about to share with you, because I want to be able to invite you into the mission of what we're actually doing to become an affiliate and join us on this conversation. Because no matter where you are, we have a home for you. But here's the cool thing is that this company actually unveils and opens its doors on February 13th of this year. But for the past year, we've been in what's called a beta phase. This is the phase where we're ironing the wrinkles out. We're fixing this, doing that, figuring things out all over the place. And it can be a little bit crazy to be able to be in that position. But we've now positioned ourselves and moved into the next tier of a successful business. And this is the pioneer phase. This is where we're looking for those people that actually want to be able to bring in something into their life. No matter what that is, we're looking for those people who want to just be able to earn some additional income, help some friends, be a part of a community, have purpose and passion in their life again. Because if you begin in the pioneer phase, and then we move into the next step, which is the momentum phase, this is where legacy turnkey income is available. Now, let me ask you this. In the job or career that you have, and I just learned this, that there are like nurses that actually have major careers and debt and still earn about $60,000 a year, an entire year for doing something that saves people's lives. You see, just having a job and a career just isn't enough these days. And so I ask you this, are you doing anything in your life that gives you the opportunity of a legacy, at least the opportunity to have a legacy of additional income in your life? Are you struggling financially and you're just not sure how to be able to, find more days more hours in the days, more days in the week? We have a solution for you. And let's share what that is. Here at Frequence, we have an open door policy. It's pretty awesome. When you go, you have the opportunity. That's me down there in that little plaid shirt. When you actually join the Frequence, when you join us, when you make that decision, I'm all in, the coolest thing happens because you get to see it from this point of view. But when you actually go to an event and you get to see what's actually happening, you see people packaging your orders. You see people shipping your orders. You see all the raw ingredients coming in that is preparing your orders. And you're like, wow, all I have to do is share a link and all these people are working. It's kind of like having staff you don't have to pay for. Think about it. Like all this stuff is happening for you. All you have to do is just love on people, share a link, and get paid for it. Isn't that the craziest thing? So when you actually get to go and see this, it'll blow your mind at just how efficient, how huge this business actually is. We also have a very special thing that happens here, which is so unique, unlike anything else, is that this is a business that is run by a family. Here's Barb, what Barb says, the CEO. She says, we're in it for you, not the shareholders. Being family owned allows us to stay mission driven, prioritizing people over profits and ensuring that every affiliate, customer, and partner feels valued and supported. Do you have that at your job? Do you have that at your career? Do you know that moving forward with something like this and to have a voice and to be heard and to be acknowledged and to be recognized, to be a part of something so big, this is what really this is about. And to be recognized by a family who is running the company, and it is a breath of fresh air, unlike anything else that we have ever been a part of before. We really invite you. If what you've heard so far, you're like, I need to know more about this, please reach out to the person who shared this with you. But if you're already an affiliate, get ready. If you want to become an affiliate, get ready. So here's the thing. What are the perks of partnering with us? One, there's a super high affiliate payout. There's no handcuffs. I mean, you can do whatever you want. No one's going to tell you you can't do two things. You get to earn on reoccurring orders as an affiliate. That doesn't happen. There's also generational bonuses and done for you marketing. So take a listen to this.
Getting paid every single week and then a larger check every month has been such a game changer for us. I don't have to go to the grocery store and check my account before like going to the checkout, so I'm not embarrassed. Putting gas in the car is like no sweat. A 12-year-old who is literally growing like a weed, I don't freak out because I need new shoes or new clothes for him. This has been a phenomenal change because now every month to tuck some money away for us.
Okay, now let me show you what this looks like. One, there's no weird abbreviations here. If you've ever been in direct sales before, one, you start earning commissions now, 20% on all first orders. That's easy math. Next, if you help 5 people be able to get Rise and Source into their life, you'll earn $150 USD. Super simple. Need 150 bucks? We have your solution. Here's how it works. In your first month, if you help 5 people be able to rise and vibe with Rise and Source, you'll earn $150. Help 5 new customers the next month, plus your additional customers from the previous month. Now you're at 318. And do this month after month after month, just 5 new customers every month. On your 5th month, you'll be earning $825 in commissions every single month. This is without you having to find another job, having to go apply for another job, having to go figure out how am I going to be able to make this work with the time crunch that I already have. I don't have enough time to do the things I need to do already. We just offer you a way to be able to do this in the pockets of your day. On top of that, we offer shares in this company, the ability to earn based on as we're growing, shares actually get increased. And when you get to that level, these shares get paid out every single month. You don't have to wait. We have for you the magic sauce, never been done in direct sales ever in history. We have funnels coming to you. This is where automation is done. 100% automation is already built for you. $150,000 invested to build this for you, so that all you have to do is have conversations with people, sift and sort, send a link, let the automations do it. You will have 0 tech headaches. And this is the secret as to how people become successful in online sales. And this is with funnels. You don't have to spend the tens of thousands of dollars to make that happen. All you have to do is show up and use our systems and strategies. But here we go. Let's make a trade. If you, check this out, if you're ready to become an affiliate, I just want to make a trade for you for $1. Normally, it is a $49.99 to become an affiliate. This is without any product for yourself, nothing. It's $49.99 a year to be able to get all the automation, all the text, everything we have built for you is $49.99 a year. Right now, for the next, until the end of the month, we're going to make a trade for you, $1. That's it. You can get started for $1 based on everything I just showed you. If you know 5 people that you can think of that would love this opportunity, whether as an affiliate or even as a customer for anything, you can get started and start earning commissions literally today for $1. Now, here's the thing. How to get started? 1, the membership, $1. You'll get all your back-end funnels and automation flow taken care of. You'll get the business daily support. You will have chats you'll be a part of. But here's the one thing I want to let you know, and I want to really make this clear, is you'll never be left alone, ever. We are all in this together. We all work together to make you win. All you have to do is be open and coachable and show up, and we will help you win. But if you want to come in with the pack, we have 2 packs, one with the most bang for your buck, which has a whole bunch of great stuff in there, where we call it the 5-day experience, where we show you how to get 5 days of this product into people's hands. And I'll show you this. This is the craziest thing. If you haven't seen this video, even as an affiliate, or if you're looking into this business as a customer going, I need to not just be a customer, I need to be able to do this big, please ask for this bundle breakdown video where I walk you through how all of the 3 little bundles are put together and how you can earn all of your money back. So let me just give you an example. The gold pack, $517 for all that. I'll show you how to get it for $97. The platinum pack, $1,000. I'll show you how your investment is only $124. It's the craziest thing. So here's how it works. All you're going to do, if you're ready to get going, is grab the affiliate link from the person who invited you, pick the pack, watch that video, pick your pack, and then tomorrow, every night at 6 p.m. PST, we have these presentations happening every single night. Just go invite 5 friends. Let us do the work for you. But here's what I understand. I'm going to leave you with this. There's technically 2 types of people. There are those that started this presentation who are struggling no matter what it was that they were dealing with, maybe not enough energy, financially, not really sure, looking at the product and saying to yourself, well, yeah, but how much is it? Thinking to yourself, I don't really know if I can do anything like this. There are those that already know what they don't want in life. They already know what they don't want in life. And when they're looking for an opportunity, I wish things could be better. There are those people that know what they don't want and do nothing about it. And then there are those that know what they don't want and choose to do something about it. They choose to see an opportunity as a gift and they move forward with it. They move forward with just one step forward and just ask a question. Reach back out to the person who shared the opportunity. Ask more questions to be able to see if it's a good fit for you. And I know there's two types of people. And I know that you're the type of person that when you see an opportunity come to you, you say, I'm going to jump in on that opportunity. I'm going to at least learn more about it. Okay, reach back out to the person who invited you. I'm so honored to be able to be a part of this with you. My name is Robin Young. Thank you so much for spending your evening with me. Please join us. It is going to be one of the greatest decisions you have ever made. It has been my greatest decision I have ever made, other than marrying my wife, of course. So I look forward to seeing you soon. Take care.